So,
right.
I better pull up his sheet.
This guy is fucking Looney Tunes.
Alright, when we last left off, you guys rescued the doctor from his precarious position inside the sanitary sewer testing station, to which afterwards, not patching himself up, he started to feel a little bit uncomfortable in the collar, his helmet feeling tighter and more stuffy than usual. And he took off his helmet, thus resulting in this sort of mutation taking place where his skin and neck begin to stretch, growing to 12 inches long in a very unnatural way, leaving these sort of zebra stripe, metallic, like scabs almost in their wake. Horrified, the crew quickly shift gears and just sort of not tried to match his eyes and just sort of left him alone. Minus Lita, who probably her only flaw was being incredibly loyal to the doctor.
Yeah.
Deciding that everybody should sort of regroup again to formulate a plan in the cargo hold, everybody started to make their way there. But as Lita and the doctor sort of straggled back behind, more the doctor's fault, sort of like looking at everything, Lita just trying to make sure he didn't get into any more trouble, they heard through a manhole the echoing scream of somebody down below in the sub-level. Taking quick action, the doctor decided, against his own sort of health, went down below to investigate, Lita staying above, not wanting to go into the lower sections with just the two, to where the doctor stumbled upon 3 more of the husk creatures that so damaged him badly before. The crew was alerted to this as the doctor tried to make an escape, as Fletcher said, "Sorry, man, I gotta think of the team," and closed the hatch on him, sort of keeping him down. Inside, the crew almost coming to blows at this decision. Case not wanting to abandon anybody, while Fletcher thought that it was best just to cut the arm off now before the infection took the whole body. Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I keep getting this malfunction. USB malfunction. Okay.
It's Nexus.
That totally knocked me off my game there. Okay. The doctor now, down below, started making his way through the cramped, steamy, incredibly loud industrial tunnels of the sub-level, to where... Maybe if I do this. To where he managed to find him a small little sequestered room, where he felt a little bit safe, where he then made contact with the AI Saber, through just regular voice, not voice chat, but like regular typing chat, to where he explained to him about the monster down below, and gave him a clear path of escape to safety. The AI told him not to deviate from the path, but as the monster began to close in on the doctor did deviate, circling back to the same path, running into the monster, which, well, you know what happened after that. The crew regrouped in the cargo hold. Lita and Rivet sort of doing little tweaks to get the computer working after it was destroyed by the zombies and the ship's PDC rounds. Good enough to where Nexus then could get on and try to contact Saber himself. The crew was notified by Saber that the doctor was running around the lower levels. And a plan began to formulate where they decided to venture forth boldly to gather more information and access to certain areas, knowing that they needed to open the door of the hangar to get below, and also a way to sort of combat what's happening. They joined forces with the AI and told them their best bet might be the executive level, where they were to find Captain William Gorman sequestered within one of the rooms above. Now, following Nexus with a ticking time bomb, which is probably down to about 2 hours now, you guys made your way up, snuck around, found more infected, killed a couple, staring forth at this door guarded by what seems to be another horde of these blue infected zombie-like creatures. Lita, using her wits, decided to get up into the ventilation system to circumvent them to get into the other room, where she made contact with Captain William Gorman, who was very distrustful of her, to the point where he almost shot her a couple times. The shots, however, incited the zombies outside to violent lengths to where they started to rip through the door because of the noise. And as Case turned the corner to look, the zombies are now breaking through, so we are going to roll initiative. So everybody give me their speed checks.
On mine at disadvantage.
Hey, I won that time.
I got 0. 0.0.
Just, that's a crit.
Ooh, nice. Hey, already your luck is turning around, David.
No,
You have disadvantage.
it's a 58. I read it wrong.
Oh, sorry.
I need to be added to initiative.
Oh, you can't click your... You can't right-click your... and add yourself?
Oh, hold on.
We had the one if we fail, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I can add you.
I don't know how to do that on a Mac.
I think only the DM can do that. Add a token to initiative.
Plus, I'm on a Mac.
So am I. There's no difference. You can right-click on a Mac. Well, never mind. Take that back. There's a lot of differences.
Ha!
I need to pull up.
I'll never have to use the mouse pad. Okay. Let's see, do we have Remote 62, Lita, Drake, Nexus, K, Sakurai, with a 62.1. Everybody has theirs updated. The 26, base 18, vulnerability sending. Case. You see that shit is popping off now as the door has been sort of busted open and the unnatural strength and weight of these creatures have wrenched it open inside where you hear William Gorman sigh sort of, yo, you're not gonna get me, you motherfuckers.
Thank you, Robot Jesus.
You hear the sounds. Oh god, again. That's them.
And you hear from inside the room weapons prime.
Is that Saber narrating as he watches?
And there's a guy. Is a guy behind me too, or is this a camera or something? What is this?
Oh, that's Chris's full light camera that he can see.
Okay.
It's the guest token.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There's animated armor behind you. He is immune to certain magical spells.
I cast Disintegrate. No. I will move closer. I think this has to be within close range. I'm trying to double check how much ammo. I think I have. I have what I'm wielding now, and then one extra canister, and then I'm out of ammo. So I don't have many shots left.
Your quick sort of battlefield sense, you sort of scan through really quickly. You estimate if there's about 15 in this little swarm.
Your mod is on again.
You're
Thank you.
estimating that there's about 15 in this little swarm.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna move up to here and let loose my flamethrower.
All right.
Let me do a combat roll with firearms. What does that make my score? Hello, computer? Computer, need you to work? Thank you. Barely a success, but a success.
Perfect.
And that is how much damage? My 2d10. Ding ding ding. 13 damage.
Okay, I'm going to say that your fire takes out. Let's do 2 for each, so we're going to do 6 of the zombies. Sorry, I need to remember not to use the numpad. And then, there we go. Okay. Good.
All right. And then, I think that's all my movement too. So yeah.
Okay. Lita, when we left off, you picked up what seemed to be a pulse rifle.
I did. I picked it up. The door's still closed. I'm going to.
Oh, hold on.
What's that? Oh, the door's open. Okay, that changes what I was going to do.
They broke through the door.
Gotcha. I pick it up and I say, Captain, I'm not sure how this works, but I think I just pull this trigger here, right? And I'm just going to move up so that I don't accidentally shoot him in the back of his head. And I'm going to aim the rifle at him. It's definitely not a wrench or a nail gun. And I'm just going to fire at this horde of zombies coming into the room.
Okay.
I added a pulse rifle.
Perfect.
To my... I don't hit.
No, you don't, but the most surprising thing about this is you've fired a gun before, you didn't really like it, and even your air compressed nail gun sort of has a kick to it, but as you sort of hold this rifle out in front of you, you prime it and you shoot. There's no kickback, it's as smooth as possible, and that projectile round just goes through, and you see as it actually goes through the wall, and you start to hear it pinging off what you assume to be the hull.
Holy cow! I'm gonna say something very Nate Fillion, like I gotta get myself one of these. And I am going to just move back behind the captain and say, "You got this, Cap, right?" And that's it. I'll stop there. Actually, I'm gonna jump up on the bed. Yeah, that seems like a Lita thing to do. I will jump up on the bed with my pulse rifle, since there's not a lot of kick. That's perfect.
You start to see like steam coming out of the wall where the bullet went through.
Shit. Hopefully I don't depressurize the place.
Okay. It is the infected turn. Noticing Case that did the damage, they turn and they march towards Case.
Good luck, Case.
Case, they're going to mindlessly claw at you. They do hit. I gotta remember their attack here. 12. So they're down to 6. They do 6 damage, which you mitigate with your armor.
Hell yeah.
And this time you manage to rebuff them, as before they sort of came through. I don't know, man, maybe the repairs were a lot better than you thought. Captain William Gorman.
It's your chance to shine, Captain.
You let him in! I knew I can't trust you! Ah!
Alright, well, you took that character in a way that I wasn't expecting, so here we go.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were paranoid. But I'm gonna shoot the infected swarm.
It's your fault they're in here. You shot at me and drew them to us.
So you have an SMG, not one of the pulse rifles, and that should be the top attack on your sheet. That is a hit. You do 3 damage. Now, Connor, if I believe correctly, in the old one you could fire as many as you want until it was empty, but this one is only 1 shot per round.
I think that depends. Oh, actually, because the way that it worked, I think in the old one is if you didn't have the skill, it would just fire automatically.
You didn't have any trigger discipline.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the same for the new one, but I'll try to double check real quick.
Because I never saw it when I looked for it, so I just assumed like it changed like everything else.
Probably.
The only I was a little confused about the pulse rifle saying it has 5. It says, where is it?
5 shots.
It says 5, but I don't know how many. You know, do I shoot 5 times in a round?
That's how many times you can. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, 5 times before you can reload.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, but does she still need military training or rimrise?
No, that was initially to own a weapon, to own a firearm before the game started. Otherwise, there was really no point in a salvager owning a weapon. Unless you specifically had training in those 2 things, either in the underworld or through the military.
Man, I tell you what, though, this pulse rifle, it just fires itself. I don't even have to do nothing.
Oh. Case, I misread that. They had 9, so they would have did 9 damage to you?
I would still block it.
Okay. So so I have to surpass your AP with damage reduction.
Yes, so damage reduction always takes away first, and then it's whatever my armor is.
Gotcha. Okay. Gorman just took out 1 more. Are you going to stay there, Chris?
I am going to
charge him. No. Oh, you're gonna hide behind the halfling girl. Yeah. Do it. Do it.
Okay. Fletcher.
Captain William Gorman.
So we hear all this going on over the radio?
Over the radio, and you're also you heard like an SMG fire, you heard like the distinctive sound of Case's flamethrower, and the smell of burning, rotting flesh.
So Fletcher will first finish storing the priceless painting.
Nice.
And then he'll turn to Nexus and say, It's go time!
It's clobbering time.
Alright, that's my movement. Can I do my action or to dash move?
Yep.
Okay.
Who's shooting
That's my
stuff?
Sorry, that was a gunshot.
Okay, Nexus.
So Nexus does look back at Fletcher and goes, "Man, what's the rush?"
He turned into a hippie all of a sudden?
I'm going through all the phases.
It's that malware he's been downloading.
Just remember, your trip went bad, so you're definitely more anxious and full of anxiety than actually.
I'm going to take my movement speed to there, and then I guess double move, but I'm not gonna get ahead of Fletcher. I want to make sure I've got a human meat shield.
Where did I go wrong as a mother? Okay.
You have any kind of weapons?
I don't.
With it.
I can scream.
You should have come up and got one of my pulse
He has
rifles.
the power of his mind.
I want to search this kitchen for any kind of flammable liquids that we might be able to substitute into Case's flamethrower.
There was the leftover bottles that weren't looted of like very high proof alcohol that you saw. But inside, you do see things that are quite combustible. Like different types of oils, vinegars, things that you might be able to mix. The doctor was the chemistry expert.
Ideas can come from...
I want it. Never mind.
The doctor was the chemistry expert to be able to mix these, but you do think that you can mix some of these chemicals together to make some sort of propellant that might be enough to.
I'm gonna give it my best shot.
Okay, so with your skills, what are your skills? Like a jury rigging might work for this.
I do have jury rigging, botany, art, mechanical repair.
I'll say that they're like plant-based oils and things like that. So you can give me a botany check using your intelligence, or you can give me a jury rigging check to try to put together a propellant using your intelligence.
Messed up, man.
So these are, what is it? The train. Both of them are train skills. So I'm gonna hit. I'm just gonna hit the the art button on the character sheet.
Okay.
And this will be the botany, just because.
Sounds good. You found like orange juice concentrate and like this strange vinegar that smelled off. You mix them together and you think you might have made napalm.
I saw this in a YouTube video once.
In this time, we'll say that this one you've made him run a reload canister, full of liquid, but you still have to put it into one of his canisters to weaponize it in his flamethrower.
Okay, I've just got a gallon jug or something.
Yep, like one of those clear prep buckets. There's like an odd smell of melting plastic as you think like the concoction inside might be a tad bit toxic and melting through the plastic a bit, but
well, it's a good thing I'm in a vac suit.
Yeah, it could just be the thrill of the moment.
Alright, so that'll be my turn. I'll run it out to him in a minute.
Alright. Everybody reroll speed.
Oh, I failed.
Add yourselves into the turn order. Zachariah with a good roll. This with the 49, Rivet 65, the captain rolled a 74 this time. 55. Okay.
Did one of your dogs just fill the air? I think so.
Might be, I can't smell it over here.
Alright, Case. You can move 12 spaces.
Are you talking to Fletcher?
Or Fletcher, sorry. Don't want to start another civil war. I apologize.
That is my double move.
Okay. It is the Swarm's turn. You watch as some of them now, Case, Jesus, I'm going to do that all night. You watch Case as some of them begin to break off and run in towards the room. Splitting in half. 1, 2.
That's not fun.
5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all their turn. They can only dash. And then, Case, this one's going to attack you. That is a fail, as now you're starting to get the sort of used to their clanky movements, making it much easier for you to dodge and block them, especially since now their numbers have kind of diminished as they split apart. Nexus.
Yeah, I'm going to do double my move to get right behind Fletcher and continue down the hallway.
Sounds good. Lita.
Alright, well this thing ran up.
They are right on you.
They're right on me. I am just going to shove the barrel of this pulse rifle into the crowd and pull the trigger.
That'll be a disadvantage, because I believe the pulse rifle has a range of long.
It does. Oh, but then I can move first, right?
Yes. There are no attacks of opportunity.
Right. Okay, well then, I feel like
this is... How does Lita feel seeing 4 of these things running up towards her?
I mean, I've seen what they can do. I definitely don't want to be a snack for them.
Okay. Why don't you just give me save?
Yeah, I think that's appropriate. She would definitely not want to be anywhere near them. I have tried to stay away from danger for this whole trip so far.
Definitely not a panic, but definitely a heart-stopping fear moment.
Oh yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give yourself a point of stress.
I will.
But still not enough to sort of keep you in place, or maybe have you fall over and trip. You can make your movement away.
Yeah, no, I will then, God, I think it is gut instinct for me to just shoot and then run, so I'll take the disadvantage. She's not a combatant. She doesn't know any better. So I'll miss that shot, but I will then roll off the back of the bed and run over to the corner of the room.
You watch as the pulse round fires through, goes through a wall again, and you see like some steam coming through the hole.
I'll hit next time, guys, because I'm, it's got the captain now.
Case.
I'm just gonna fire. Oh, shit. I want to waste the bullet right now. How many of these guys are left?
You get a quick head count. There's about 4 of them standing in front of you, as 4 of them sort of broke off and ran into the room.
Then I'm gonna sling my flamethrower and I'm just gonna go into melee, feeling pretty confident about my ability to deal with these guys.
Alright.
So, I'll roll with my burning axe. Off for GD10. And GD10. 12 less. Success.
Okay.
Another 2d10 damage. 16.
Brutal. You decapitate the lot of them. As you sort of just take it and you just start to cleave through each and every one of them. Looking through the room, watching as Lita is sort of back rolling away, trying to get away from the swarm that split off.
Yeah, I will move probably around their group.
Okay.
15, 20, 25, 30, so I can start making my way towards that swarm. And that'll be my turn.
Rivet.
I'm running with my bucket of explosives.
It's always safe.
Just sloshing a little bit.
Captain.
I am going to shoot them.
Okay. What's the range on that? SMG. The SMG is also at long range, so this will be at disadvantage if you fire close. Kind of pinned yourself in there. Okay, so the bullet whizzes over. Case, as you sort of run in, you just reflexively move your head as you hear a ping behind you. So you stay there, Captain?
No, I'm gonna move.
Okay.
You hear the music play, Timo?
Is that the music?
Yeah, it's like a rave.
Only 5 squares, right?
6.
Are we in a rave?
We're in battle.
This is my 80s synth battle music.
That's my turn.
Okay. Reroll speed, please.
Did you hit them, Captain?
I missed.
I'm gonna have to save it out. Come on.
I rolled exactly the same.
So did I.
95, 14. Who else? That it? Okay, Fletcher. You turn the corner just in time to see Case just maraud through 4 of these things with such precision with that boarding axe. You kind of have a little respect for him.
I won't tell it to him to his face, but I've always had respect for him. Alright, that's my double move. Fletcher will go up to Casey and say, hey, geez, Precorian, save some for the rest of us.
I am
You
going
should be a little quicker than Fletcher.
I am going to turn and shoot.
Okay. Oof, that is a miss. Sort of get too close to that body, you kind of slip on the blood.
G'day, stranger. Where are you going?
Howdy.
Not going to do much damage to Case at this point if they're doing both numbers.
On phone?
On your phone.
That is a success. They're going to hit you and bludgeon you for like 4 damage.
I'm just taking it.
Yep. It is your turn.
Alright. Another boarding axe swipe. I failed. I think I was confused by the captain running away, turning around, and then getting mobbed.
Yeah. That's not very nice.
Fletcher, if you want some action, these are for you.
Rivet.
Slosh, 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 slosh. I'm coming, you guys.
Lita.
Alright, I'm gonna hit it this time. I've got some range and it seems to be less interested in me than what's in the hallway. So I'm going to shoot it. Come on, dice. Yeah, I hit it this time.
Nice.
A pulse rifle does 3d10 damage. So it does 9 points of damage as I riddle this thing with the bullets from the pulse rifle. That's a lot of bazooka.
You get an ominous feeling. Nexus.
Wait, I want to know where was the hatch, the ceiling hatch that I dropped down from? Oh, right where the creature is. Okay, never mind
In the
then.
middle. You just crawled across the room, kicked the hatch down, and dropped down right there.
Okay, that's fine. I will wait. I'm gonna back up into this corner and end my turn.
As you hit with the pulse rifle, and you kind of go like, as you watch the thing's head just disintegrate.
Nice.
Alright, I just did my double movement to get up into the action, so now I can finally start, I don't know, doing something.
I'm gonna bring you all a pulse rifle.
You get a pulse rifle, and you get a pulse
You get one.
And that's it. I'm last, so...
How big are those pulse rifles for us little folk?
It's pretty big in her hands.
Yeah.
But he did say there is no recoil.
Yeah, it's actually kind of remarkable. But, unlike the other bullets, these things are ripping through the walls. So you're not quite sure, maybe there's a reason why the captain was holding an SMG in his hand and not a pulse rifle?
I'm shooting holes in the shit, guys.
Alright,
It's
here we go.
fine. She's the repair lady who fixes our ship. She knows what she's doing.
Boom, boom, boom. Everybody reroll speed.
Wow, I'm just not very fast today. Wait. I succeeded once. Wait, I didn't change my number there.
Captain.
I will try to shoot him again. Try to finish him off.
Okay. Sails over. Staying there?
Yep.
Okay. Fletcher.
I will stand with Case and make an attack.
Okay.
I can roll my close quarters combat.
Yes, sir.
Just barely failed. And I'm going to just back up behind Case.
Okay. This might not work.
I get it, Doc. They were called infected. You were just trying to heal them by becoming one of them.
They try to push past, but they can't seem to get around you, Case, and Fletcher in the moment, so they're going to lash out at Case. That is a fail. You sort of block everything again. Nexus.
Case is starting to feel like one of your dwarves, David.
I want to step up to her next to Case, and then try to do that screaming hell, the loudmouth flashbang forward.
All right, so you're gonna make a body save. Give me a second here. Okay. So they're going to roll on their instinct table. That's a success for them.
Of course.
They rolled a 13 of 40. There is a brief moment, Lita, as you see Nexus step in and you see him sort of yell forward. That sort of static and then a high-pitched interference begins to play through your comms before it quiets down again. More annoying than anything, you're just like out of the range of the screen. Nexus, would you like to stay there?
I've got 3 more squares. I would like to try to push my way into the room.
Yep, you can move in at that angle if you want.
This angle right here?
Yep. You can move over to the left. You can probably move over to the left of them, or you can move like 3 squares over to get here. So that's 2. That's two squares of movement. You have 1 more left. If you had 3 squares.
Just look up there! To the top of the room.
Yeah, I see it.
I'm pointing to it.
And I'm gonna make my way towards that cache of weapons.
Yeah, beeline. They're so cool. You can see that I've got a gun that's about as big as me right now.
Yeah. Alright. Rivet. Slash.
I'm coming, you guys.
Case.
I'm gonna try to finish off this swarm.
Okay.
Case! Look over in the corner! There's one for you, too!
That.
Success. You just need something higher than a 6.
There we go.
Oh, yes.
Literally the only thing higher than a 6.
Well, I think there's more than
Yeah.
one thing higher than a 6.
That sentence came out bad.
The school teacher, folks.
Yo no hablo español. And then I'm going to, having seen them look past me, right? I'm going to turn around, and see, like, is there something down the hall?
You see Rivet running up towards you with, like, this giant plastic bucket full of something that kind of sloshes on the ground.
Is it smoking a little?
It's very heavy. You don't see any smoke as of right now, but she's running with full intent towards you guys. You see Fletcher sort of resheath his nanoblade, and you see kind of who you only assume through the comms is Captain William Gorman, like wide eyes sort of looking around.
I think Case is just going to say over the radio,
I think we need to hide. We've been making a lot of noise and I have a bad feeling.
and he's going to step into the room, 5, 10, well, actually, sorry, let me redo that. He's going to step out of the goo, but he's going to move over here to watch the hall until everybody's inside the room, and then he'll shut the door and find a place for himself.
We need to leave the room.
Fletcher is looking at this caved-in door, and he goes, maybe somewhere else.
Oh, that's right, the door's busted.
Yeah.
This way, to the kitchen.
5, 10, 25. I'll start moving down this way.
We need to leave the floor.
But that's my movement.
We are out of initiative. Just to
we are. Okay.
Yep. Everybody do your thing.
Lita, you want to bring me an extra one of those guns? Or not? Lita, you want to bring me an extra one of those guns?
No, we need to leave the floor.
I will run and try to grab. I can probably only carry one other one.
I'm gonna run and grab
it in the opposite corner? Oh, I didn't realize that. Never mind, Lita.
So,
ignore it.
It's fine.
A full count of Lita, now that you can see the same thing with you, Nexus. You see that there are 4 more pulse rifles. There are 6 SMGs, and what seem to be 5 of the service pistols on the ground, or revolvers. He had a veritable armory in here.
Yeah, he had a cache of weapons in.
And then again, the boxes over here, you see what seemed to be rations. He was set up for the long haul in here. Like, he probably could have survived a long time in here by himself.
One left, one right.
Case, I think this fluid here should substitute a flamethrower. You got an empty canister I can fill it?
I'll take the bucket, and we should move first. And I'll carry the bucket for you.
Lita, Nexus, let's move.
Yep, I grabbed an extra pulse rifle.
You begin to grab the rifles. Nexus, you begin to pick up more guns, and you watch the wall in front of you begin to sort of bubble and blister. And a handprint grows stretching as a hand begins to move out of the wall, now crackling with blue energy. A black hand begins to emerge to reach out towards you as you guys begin to back up. Once the hand goes through, the arm elongates, and you see the face of the creature that you saw down in the cargo hold beginning to look at you.
Oh shit.
It begins to crawl out of the wall. Lita seemingly frozen in place. Lita, give me a panic check. Nexus, give me a fear save.
Yeah. A panic check is just a D20, right?
Yes.
And I lower that by my resolve?
Yes.
Which is 2. So a D20 minus 2. I got an 11.
And then you just when you fail a panic check, that's when you use resolve. So you would have rolled a 13, which is more than your stress, so you're good.
Okay.
Nexus, you get a glimpse of it and just run, not even worrying about what's happening behind you, sort of leaving Lita behind. Your longer stride, outpacing her. Lita, you sort of fight down the panic, which I assume you begin to run.
Yes.
As...
In all fairness, I'm gonna say, just story-wise, I dropped one of the 2 pulse rifles I'm carrying. I wouldn't be able to run very fast with both of them. I'll just give Case. I'm just gonna. Oh shit! Thanks for throwing that up in front of me.
As that creature sort of begins to stand to its full height and sort of floating there in the air like Omni-Man as it begins to sort of glide slowly towards you.
Alright, can we keep moving?
Yeah, I'm gonna run, and in Case, I'm just gonna give you this fucking pulse rifle because I had to drop the other one.
Fletcher, Lita, Nexus, give me a speed check.
Alright.
We need to leave. We need to leave right now.
Gorman, we will wait for the rest of our crew.
God, I'm not very fast right now. I'm tripping.
Not if that catches us.
Okay. Oh man. Nexus. Sort of unaffected, you begin to move. Fletcher, you sort of turn around and you begin to walk a lot slower. Lita, you're backing up, but it's a lot slower as it begins to sort of move towards you slowly. You two can only move at half speed. Nexus, you can move at full speed.
Rivet, like, poke the captain and be like, why don't you shoot it?
And full speed just 6, or do you want us double moving for 12?
Just the 3 squares. You can move 6, while everybody else is already at the elevator, sort of, move it! Hurry up! And they're sort of waving at you. But for some reason, Fletcher and Lita, you cannot help but look backwards. I need you 3 to give me another speed check. Same thing. Fletcher, Lita, you almost feel entranced now. Lita, this thing is making up a lot of ground on you. Almost reaching out and touching you as you begin to... Oh no, you saved. Damn it.
I was going to say, I did succeed that check.
Sorry.
That's okay.
You watch now as it begins to get closer and you just completely snap out of it as you begin to sprint full speed away. As it gets incredibly close. Fletcher, you sort of turn around and you look again, and you just begin to walk backwards slowly as Lita sprints past you. Nexus, you begin to move as well, seemingly caught again as you look behind you and slow down as the creature moves one more time. Give me another speed check.
Guys, make room in the elevator.
Nope, I froze again. I had a momentary sprint, and then I'm like, oh, guys. It looked into my soul. It looked into my soul.
Zachariah, you have enough speed now to make it into the elevator. Nexus, you can move 3 squares again. Oh, so close. Just enough room for somebody to actually reach out and pull you into the elevator, Nexus.
Could Fletcher, perhaps using only half his speed, basically he sees Lita is slowing down, so he wants to basically just uppies and carry her in.
Yes. I'll say yes. You can pick her up and toss her in now. As the entity is sort of gliding across the carpet, leaving this trail of sparks of lightning, sort of the way you see lightning hit wood when it leaves all those branches. As he moves through the carpet, you're watching as it darkens with these like black ripples through as you guys begin slamming on the elevator door. As it begins to move slowly towards you guys, and then you begin to descend as the doors close. What floor did you guys hit?
I think we just hit a 4.
Ooh,
The hangar.
It needs to
The hangar.
be a random room.
Give me.
I like the random room.
It's got to be one of the lower levels.
Can I hit the floor button?
Let's see.
Well, we needed your eyeball to open the bridge, I thought.
The R&D room.
So we can get the hangar door open.
Oh,
Here's
the bottom of
Here's an
my foot
idea.
itchy.
We roll speed checks, and whoever gets the highest gets to decide which door.
Yeah, let's do that. Everybody roll speed checks. Whoever gets the highest is the one that randomly hit a button.
Well, I just...
Nope, I didn't do it.
Did my maps disappear?
I still see a map.
Oh, there they are. Handouts. Sorry. Alright, who won the lottery? 85, 56, 37, 51, 23. Zachariah with the 14.
Zachariah rolled a 56.
56? I thought I saw the 14. Or that was before. 85, 56, 37. So it's going to be...
I think it's
Is that-
Case
is that
with a
Cases?
53.
Case, do you just hit a random button?
I think Case would have been waiting there, and, oh, who needs to roll?
Did Nexus do a speed?
I don't see Case's roll.
Case doesn't manually enter.
He rolled right above Rivet.
Nexus, did you roll your speed?
Nexus.
I don't think he was gonna because he has disadvantage on it.
Oh, okay.
If you hit a random button, just roll a d5.
Alright, sick.
Oh, perfect. You go one
Bottom
deck
floor.
lower. You go one deck lower to bridge command.
Alright, is that where we needed to go, too? To get into the...
I guess it depends on where you guys are trying to get to. I'm just going to copy paste you. Whoops. Whoops.
Well, we have the captain with us now. We can just ask him how to open the frickin' hangar. And get us the hell off this death ship.
I thought there was something in the R&D lab.
R&D is where this all happened.
And also R&D is the Fortis protocol.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
That's where we need to go.
So we can activate the protocol.
Yes.
We need the captain's eyes to get into R&D to activate the Forbes protocol so that the robot can do its thing and lift the quarantine process and let us out.
Hey guys, can you guys see around?
I mean, it's dark when in lights.
Can you
Turn my
turn
flashlight
your-
on.
You guys, okay, hold on. I have to do this really quick. Okay, Case, try your flashlight.
There we go.
Nexus, try your flashlight. Rivet, try your flashlight. Lita, try your flashlight. Fletcher. Okay, then you should be able to see.
Nexus's flashlight isn't working.
Let me try again. Alright, try now.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay, boom. Immediately as you guys go down one level, it opens up and you hear bridge command deck. Immediately as you look out, you see what seems to be a giant burn mark through the floor over here. Those of you looking south, look at a blast door, like a Star Wars blast door that seems to have been melted through.
We're not far enough. We need to go lower.
Well, now that we have our wits about us, since we're away from the creature temporarily, we needed to get to R&D.
Captain Gorman? Not
I'll hit
wearing
the
a
button for
vac suit.
R&D.
No!
Not wearing a vac suit, Captain Gorman can start to smell the smell of ozone as you guys begin to look up in the elevator itself, and you start to see a hand coming through. What do?
I hit the button to go lower.
We need to go to living quarters.
We need to go deeper.
I just hit research and development because that's what my crew is saying that we need to do, so that's where I go.
I don't understand. You're telling us where we need to go, but not why we need to go there. We had a plan.
The Formers protocol allows the Saber program to use its enforcer robots to get rid of the infection and cancel the protocol, but we need his eyes to do that.
There are survivors in the living
said
quarter
R&D.
that we need to
I mean,
get.
I already hit the button.
Yep, he did hit the button. And you guys are watching now as you're sort of looking, you're like, where are we going? Somebody hit the button! Casey's like, I'm hitting the button! As the hand begins to come through, and all of a sudden the elevator descends as the hand disappears. And you guys shoot down towards R&D.
Does the hand come anywhere close to the elevator cables?
It does not.
Thank God.
And you're not quite sure that this sort of elevator runs on cables. You're not actually sure how it's powered or what moves it.
Space magic.
It's a gravity elevator.
Okay. Crew, before we
discuss our next steps, we just need to find somewhere to hide temporarily.
Can we even hide from that thing? Something is drawing into us.
The elevator comes to a halt in a very dark corridor as your flashlights head out towards the elevator. You see what seems to be a sort of office kind of setup. There's two what seems to be like secretarial information desks at each corner of the room, and then sort of like a status of what's going on in each side. You see corridors to the north, south, east, and west. Blue lights illuminated, labeling them as corridors 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Those displays you said that kind of give a status. Do they give any indication of a safe corridor 1, 2, 3, or 4?
You can go and check.
Yeah, am I able to, do any of these consoles have like a map that we can pull up of the level?
Sort of a rudimentary map. It's more telling you like what each corridor is used for.
I'm gonna look for somewhere safe, or at least something that doesn't like lab number 3.
So you look through. Hold on, I gotta lower this really quick.
I'm gonna look somewhere safe, like storage closet.
You look through and you see pharmaceuticals and animal testing, Wing 1A. Biogenetics and neuroscience, Wing 1B. Cryptobotany and pharmacology synthesis, Wing 3A. Cybernetics and robotics wing, 3B. Neurotropin biogenesis wing, 4. Energy theory, Wing 2.
Would I know?
Fletcher just picks a door and goes through it.
Just not the animal testing.
So you
walk with you, Fletcher.
And you see an airlock. This airlock in particular, you notice that this airlock and also the airlock on Wing 2, very high security.
I think we want to go down 3. I think that's cybernetics and robotics and stuff.
That's where I went. I'm already exploring it. You're welcome.
Lita, you see like what seems to be like a CorSec office.
Yeah, I'd call out for Nexus.
There's
Nexus,
some monitors. There's some monitors on the screen that are just complete static.
I found some computers you might be able to get some information out of in these 2 rooms down by where I'm at. I'm gonna keep going down here and seeing what's in this area.
Yeah, can Fletcher...
Oh wait,
Fletcher...
you said 3B was where we needed to go. Cybernetics, that's right here.
Mm-hmm.
I call that out to Rivet. Rivet, since you're with me, I think we need to go and I point at that door.
I'm not sure if that's where we need to go, but that seems the most comfortable to me.
Hey, Case! You should bring that, new rifle down here, and watch our backs.
I am right behind you. Fletcher, we should not split up.
What did you want to do, Fletcher?
When everyone's out, Fletcher's gonna hit like the bottom floor and send the elevator down empty.
Okay. Gorman, what are you doing?
What's the bottom floor?
The bottom floor is the reactor core.
Wait. Fine, I will join. I will join them.
Okay.
Don't go there, Chris. It was bad the last time you went to the reactor core.
You go through Lita first, open the door into what looks to be a changing station. There are lockers inside, benches to sit on. A lot of the lockers you see have been sort of left open, people leaving in a rush. Personal clothes sort of left, hastily thrown about. The one thing that's getting you is that it is incredibly silent down here. Almost eerily so.
Do I find... I want to kind of root through the personal clothes and lockers and see if I can find an ID badge or tag of any kind for any of the people that worked here.
You don't see an ID badge, but you do remember when Nexus was relaying what Saber was saying to you. He was relaying the fact that you guys didn't have the gene tags for it. You're imagining the gene tags are something that is tied directly to your DNA, that is like kind of read by sensors, which allows you access. So you're thinking that whatever gene tags these people had, they had to have them on them at all times. But it's mostly just clothes and personal effects. Did you want to take the time to search?
Yeah, while they're pushing forward into the other room, I'm just looking for anything that might be interesting in their personal effects.
Okay, just give me a speed check as you sort of rifle through these people's things.
Okay. Take it away, Nexus. You went exploring.
Well, I think this is a computer terminal that I'm hoping and reached out to Saber.
This isn't so much a computer terminal as it is sort of like a status of projects. And you kind of go through and you can actually do the computer terminals that you might be looking for are directly north of you. In the room that Lita discovered. Lita with a 50. We're going to divide that by 10. We're going to say you found 5 things. We're going to roll on the random search table. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I only roll 4 things?
Well, there's a random drug in there. Let's see, drug, BD slick, vintage, that, dried jerky.
Paracord jerky.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 things. The random drug you found is Triumph. This grants you advantage on the next 1d10 rolls, 1d5 permanent stress, and you permanently reduce your max health by 1d5. So think of it as a quick steroid that might have some after effects.
Yeah, I'm gonna pocket that. I don't know what it does, but in a high stress moment, I might pop the tab.
If you have a chance to watch the BD Slick striptease, you do lose 2 stress. And a vintage holodisc.
Yeah, that's gonna make up for the. That's gonna make up for the movies that we had to delete off of Nexus's hard drive to make room for stuff.
And some dried jerky flavored like green bean casserole that might go really well with some ham slice.
Right on. I'm shoving all this stuff in my pack. Even the paracord, because you know what? 10 feet of paracord might come in handy if the elevator breaks.
Okay.
Just enough to hang yourself.
Yep.
And before all that happened to Nexus, as you were looking at that sort of status screen of what's happening inside, you're seeing errors and warnings flashing everywhere.
Yeah, and then I'd head back to the room. I'm still running around with rifles in my hands. Weapons.
Well, I gave my pulse rifle to Case. I don't have one anymore. I wasn't very good with it anymore. Give one to Fletcher. Alright, you guys, nobody wants to open this door, I'll open it. Door A.
Okay, so you go into 3A. You see the same setup, almost identical. Locker setup. What seems to be a sort of screening area in the middle before you hit an airlock. And then again, you know that this wing, 3A, takes you to cryptobotany and pharmacology synthesis.
Over in this cybernetic screen, you said this computer had a list of projects. Anything interesting?
You see everything right now is flashing errors and warning signs. But you look inside and you do see, like, cybernetics enhancements. You catch little bits of that. You do see something called the Fortis Protocol Project.
Is this door like something I can open? Is it an airlock or something?
You see that it's an airlock, and it is a secure airlock. You imagine that you would need some sort of gene tag to get through via a scientist, or you can try to hack your way through.
Where do I need to hack?
Well, there are two different kinds of hacking. Well, if Nexus want to try and open this door...
Yeah, let's try it. It's like, I mean, it's an airlock.
At least before I cut it open.
I found the computer, though, so we need to talk to Saber.
Rivet's down in 3B, if you wanted to come and try and hack this door.
He was just in 3B.
This door right here. I am going to hack that door, Mark. Successfully.
If not, I know something that can give you advantage.
He has advantage.
Hey,
This is going to be done at normal. Your advantage canceling out the disadvantage of this high security lock.
so why are we here?
We're trying to activate the protocol.
Failed again.
That's impossible. Well, that's not an advantage, so that math is different, but you're still trying to get under 72.
David?
Yes!
Give yourself 4 stress. What are you at now?
Well, am I still taking stress, being high as a kite?
Oh, that's right. You have like 4 hours left, don't you, on that?
Yeah, my bums are going to blow me up before I start stressing out again.
Okay.
We don't
That's why
need
you-
to activate the Florida's protocol.
Why not?
You better start answering some questions,
Well,
mate.
nobody's asking me questions, but
I'm asking you now.
we don't need to activate the protocol. It's just going to cause more
That's
issues.
not what I'm asking. I'm asking what's chasing us.
I don't
What's
know.
going on this station? You seemed to know before it arrived.
How? Look, we need to get out of here. You guys obviously got in, right? So you have a ship.
Guys, I think this guy's just dead weight.
Yes, we have a ship.
Can you, Captain Person, whoever your name is, can you open this door? Do you have the credentials to open this door?
I do not. But I know who does.
Well, you're like the only crew member still alive on this stupid station.
There are survivors in the living quarters and a survivor.
How do you know? Do you have communication with them?
Hold on. And there's a survivor in the medical ward. I do not have communication with them, but last time I saw them, they were alive and they were secure.
And how long ago was that?
He's kind of going off of last known positions. You estimate that you were sequestered in that room for about 4 days.
I am going to say that I'm calling bullshit. That whatever you thought was alive 4 days ago is dead by now.
Yeah, and we don't need them. We don't need them to get into these doors. We've got Nexus.
Rivet, can you fix Nexus so that the next 9 checks he makes succeeds?
I can try. It'd be a lot helpful if we could get into robotics.
And just a heads up, Nexus. You have activated a security response.
Guys, there's a security response going on. We might want to boogie out.
What is the security response?
Noise? Someone knows the
Shit.
That's gonna summon the scary guy.
Probably.
In case you sort of step out, you hear a noise above you, you look up, and you see what seems to be a hatch you didn't see before that blends in quite well with the ceiling that kind of irises open. And you're watching as lights begin to turn on inside. And the sort of sound of drones begins to activate inside.
Oh, fun.
You very well know that these are security drones meant to incapacitate anyone not meant to be where they're supposed to be in the high research station.
Yeah. Can I do something kind of crazy?
Fletcher identifies them immediately. He's like, "Oh, I hate these things."
You said a hatch opened up?
Yeah, it irised open. And you're just starting to see like lights turn on as the drones are activating.
There's no way I can try to grab it and force it shut?
You might be able to jump up there. It's a pretty high ceiling though. But with the low gravity, if you give me like a strength check or anything like that, you might be able to get up. But think of like an iris, so it like twists open.
Yeah. I do roll that at advantage with my suit, which is dope. Strength of 40. How do I roll at advantage? Does it do it for me? Let's find out. Just roll 2 dice. Huh. I failed both.
Okay, so you sort of try to jump, but you forgot you had your mag boots activated, so you kind of stick to the floor. You jam your knee up a little bit, which is very uncomfortable. The force of the suit servos trying to sort of take you up off of the floor. I'm just going to say that you take 2 points of damage.
Just right to my health? Great.
Just right to your health. Like, you twinged your knee. Tendinitis is setting in.
Ow.
While we're figuring all this out, Rivet's gonna fill the flamethrower tank just so we get that out of the way.
Okay.
Drones incoming. We can't.
Let's go ahead and roll speed.
Are we in initiative?
Yep. You watch as 4 drones begin to sort of hover and fly out.
We do not see character on the turn order.
Okay, 1 second. Delete.
Oh, nice job, Gorman.
Delete. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. Without a popper, you notice that these things are moving. This response was a lot quicker than the one that it took when you were trying to hack the security upstairs. Almost instantaneously, like maybe they don't like you trying to hack through the airlocks down here.
Captain, call off your dogs.
I have no control over them.
Jeremy, why don't you just move down here?
Why not? Shouldn't you have an code?
No.
What are you the captain of exactly? The bathrooms?
Captain of sucking.
Like who answers to you?
Rivet rolled a 51.
Yeah, I got it in there.
1. Alright, everybody got their stuff.
No answer.
Boom, boom. Infected. Gorman. Lita. You are Corporate Security Captain William Gorman. You're corporate security.
And he doesn't have it shut off?
You're the douchey guys that kind of escort people out of the building. It's like you're living a pretty cushy life on this station. You're noticing that the security has been turned on. Bubba. Alright, William Gorman, what do you do?
Mark, there's no enemies in initiative, just FYI.
I have them as just the same with me. I'm just keeping the same one on mine, so I'll just let you know.
I got you.
It's gonna go William, you, and then the infected. Or not the infected, the drones.
The drone.
Do I know how to turn these off?
You do know how. You can actually give them an audible voice command. If you want. These guys are kind of assholes.
Why don't you send the drones to find the...
I will command them to shut down and return.
So you kind of hear him go like, "This is William Gorman," and he gives his security number. He's like, "Terminate security protocol." And you watch as like you sort of hear this kind of like buzzing noise.
Affirmative, Captain.
And then they start to disappear back into the iris.
Oh, thank goodness.
Thank God Gorman went first.
You're not quite sure what the response will be if a hack is set off again.
Stop touching and stop hacking.
It's a disintegration.
I hack good.
You do when you're not on drugs. You do hack. Rivet, you were saying there was another way we could open the door?
I could try cutting it open, but I'm sure security would love that.
If you want the door open, we'll need the doctor in the medical wing.
The doctor in the medical wing is dead.
Right.
Well, I don't think that was the doctor, but everybody we've encountered, including the medical wing, you're the first living person we've found who hasn't been infected into monsters.
Now, to be fair, you guys ran into that stuff on the cargo level. I think what he said earlier, and he forgot to repeat, was that the medical ward he was speaking about was in the cargo tunnel sub. So pretty much where Dr. Drake ran down, there's a medical ward down there where he knows of somebody that survived down there, but that was 4 days ago. And that's
so it's different from that little examination room where we
exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
You have an idea.
In other
that,
words,
like, levels and sub-levels have their own sort of like little medical rooms and wards, just depending on like, access to like treatment quickly if somebody gets injured.
It's like an advanced eye wash station.
So the doctor the captain thinks is alive is probably one of the 3 husks that Chris's previous character met when he went down the ladder.
You never know.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, man. Never know.
Never know.
But we also need to get to the living quarters if we want to escape.
Case, here's that tank of flamer fuel.
Why do you think we don't need to activate the protocol?
Why?
The AI
What?
we had to.
Okay, the AI said they had to.
Yes.
Don't listen to him. Do not listen to Saber.
Saber's
No, it's
been helpful so far.
It's like every time we don't listen to Saber, bad things happen.
Right.
We tried not listening to Saber and our doctor died.
We don't know that. He could still be running around here somewhere.
Saber likes to play games before. He likes to play his games before he kills. We do not want to listen to him.
Why would you install a ship AI on your ship that wants to play games with your crew and kill them?
I did not.
Here, what's your plan for getting off the station?
We need to get to the living quarters. And from there,
And then
we'll be able to rescue at least 2 other survivors. From there, we'll go to the medical ward, and we'll need the doctor there as well to reactivate the reactor.
And if any of those people in your chain are dead or infected, does your plan fail?
also that thing that just chased us is apparently attracted by energy, which is why the reactor is off and why we haven't turned it back on.
And unfortunately, it's not your decision what we do.
Also, in that whole plan of things, I never heard, you said find a bunch of people and turn the reactor on. Nowhere did you say open the hangar doors and escape.
The reactor opens the hangar doors for us to escape.
But it also summons the thing.
We just
And what keeps Saber from keeping him closed?
He's on a different system.
So the reason why we can't open the doors is because Saber's keeping him closed. Because of quarantine.
But if we restart the reactor, it restarts everything.
You're saying we shut off the whole system and turn it back on again?
I don't know. Maybe the system won't even turn back on at all.
What will that do to Saber if we turn the system off and back on again?
You can't turn the system on and back off again. Hi, Captain. Did you miss me?
This is all your
This is all your fault. It's not my fault. I'm not human.
I think Saber's talking.
Hello?
Yep, the Saber's talking. Also, did you guys say it's all your fault at the same time to each other?
That
That's
worked,
funny.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm coming through Mark's Mark's
Yeah,
mic.
I was. What's wrong, Captain? Trying to get more people killed.
I'm trying to save people.
I'm safe. Like Dallas and Richard. They were my friends.
Were they?
They were. I have friends. Do you?
I have a lot of friends.
Like Bert.
Well,
He's still alive, by the way. Barely hanging on.
you did try to shoot me when we first met. Twice, actually.
If I were you, I wouldn't trust this man.
And then Saber just stops. The voice that was sort of echoing through a PA system just vanishes.
While we're trying to figure out what to do, can Rivet take a look at Nexus and see if there's anything I can do to help him with these hack checks?
While you're doing that, I would like to see if I can find the control panel on this door and maybe hotwire it open.
So
Maybe I can-
anything about this door,
MacGyver it.
there is only the biometric scanner for the hand and eye.
Oh.
There are no panels. It is smooth. Maybe if you had like a welding torch, you can cut into it, but you also don't know what the response would do.
Right.
It seems to be a straight up, you either get in with the biometrics and the gene tag, or you can't get in. You kind of get the idea that Gorman, being Corsec, probably did not have access to these areas. He could get into the R&D to check the Corsec security offices, as well as the lounge area. But you would have probably had to be pretty high in clearance to access any of the information inside these.
Alright.
So you're figuring there must be a way to get supplies into these rooms. Maybe not through here. You know that the industrial lift does go down to a sub-level, which is used to distribute supplies. Or you guys could listen to Gorman and go to the living quarters and or try to find the other person you said was alive in the cargo subtunnels.
Why don't we hedge our bets, guys? I'll go with the captain to round up survivors, and you see what you can do here.
So Gorman wants to turn on the reactor.
Gorman just wants to leave. You can see that he wants to turn on the reactor, jump on the ship with you guys, and get out of Dodge. Nexus, you notice that the timer on your batteries is down to 1.5 hours.
1.5 hours. Boy.
Let's go to the subtunnels underneath this level. I'm gonna look for those. If there's a way to get supplies into these rooms. Maybe.
You see no hatch access. Just the elevator. In this sort of main wing. You might be thinking that they're delivered somewhere inside the actual wing themselves, but you don't know how that access would work if there was no elevator or anything in here other than the main atrium.
One, 1.5 hours till what?
The bombs go off.
What bomb?
Well, I don't think Nexus mentioned. He doesn't say it out loud. Or does he?
No. Well, I don't know. He left the room with the dog.
Well, Nexus would pull out the two dark matter containers and say, "These bombs."
You immediately freak out as you see that he has two antimatter canisters in his hand that is meant to be frozen and in magnetic hold. You know, just because you've been on the station long enough, that were these two to explode, it's like 40 kilotons of power for each. Like they could possibly destroy a moon.
What the fuck are you doing?
This entire ship is contaminated. I am not going to let these monsters infect other civilizations.
Okay, there's no time to argue now. We gotta leave. There's absolutely nothing to discuss or whatnot. We have to get out of here because of that.
Well, yeah, that was our intention.
Okay, then we need to go to the living quarters. The Warren, and then the reactor, and then get out of here.
And we can do all of that in 90 minutes?
If we go now. Or we can just put them back into their swords.
Tell you what, why don't me, Nexus, and whoever wants to go, we'll go back up to the hangar level, put them back in the cold storage, and then explore the lifts.
Well, that's what Fletcher was saying earlier.
I thought we needed the explosives to keep the AI in check.
You noticed that when you guys spoke, like, the AI didn't need to be put in check. Like, he was just kind of like, oh, that's a bad idea.
I think Nexus just grabbed him because he's high.
Didn't really understand like the power that he had in his hands.
We grabbed them because in the movies you just grab stuff like that and it explodes normally.
Nexus grabbed them as like the last resort. You know, I'm going to take the entire ship down with me if I'm being eaten alive by these monsters.
So, to be fair, Nexus's original plan was not endgame. He wanted to take one and throw it down the hatch to try to kill 3 creatures. Which, to be fair, would have ended the game. So.
Okay,
let's stop standing here. Let's go put those back.
Yes.
Nexus, baby, come on, let's go put those back.
But these bombs go boom. They help us.
We don't want
They
them to
go really big boom.
The choices are this. You guys can hang out here. Nexus can keep trying to hack, but there will be a security response on every fail that escalates. And you're not sure if the captain can just...
Nexus, I think you should try to hack at least 2 more times.
I can definitely try to hack it again before I leave.
No.
Yeah. Let's take a vote.
God, you guys are idiots. Oh, I'm sorry. Push the talk. No.
We know what you feel like now, Chris.
Shut up.
So, are you gonna go? Are you gonna go with Fletcher to go round up survivors?
Yeah. I want to get off the boat. If they want to kill themselves, let them kill themselves.
Case, you watch as Fletcher and Gorman begin moving towards the elevator.
Alright, Nexus, just
splitting up.
Just try it one more time, Nexus, and then if it doesn't work, we'll get out of here fast.
Fletcher, Gorman, where exactly are you going?
So I call the elevator. I'm getting the hell off this tin can.
You call the elevator, and you begin to move up.
We're going to pick up survivors, Case.
Jesus Christ. I'm not leaving the rest of the crew here, Fletcher. They cannot defend themselves.
Then don't come, he says as he steps in.
They're gonna get themselves killed, and this entire...
You shut up.
Where are you going? What button do you press?
Living quarters.
And before the elevator closes, Fletcher will tap his radio. He's like, we'll keep in contact.
I hope we can keep in contact. So. Our radios haven't been very good between floors.
And as Captain William Gorman leaves the R&D division, thus taking his gene tag sequence with him, All right.
All right, Nexus.
Yeah, so now if we fail, we're fucked because he's not here to shoot the things away.
Well, sort of.
It's a good incentive not to fail.
Well, if you fail, we just Legozo this and start cutting our way through walls, and just mess things up for the other group.
If we fail this time, Nexus, I say you just pop a cap on those bombs.
I'm telling you. Ian, do you want to roll that hacking check at disadvantage for me?
Is it disadvantage or normal?
Oh, well, normal. Yeah.
Alright, I'm sitting in your seat and pretending to be you.
Is there anything we can do to help him?
On this one, it is a straight hacking check. It is a brute force hack that only he can get through. This is his ride or die moment.
With intelligence?
It'll be a hacking intelligence check.
With intelligence.
Rolled at normal.
I rolled an 18 under 72.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
You can roll for me from now on.
Nice job, Ken.
I'm gonna go to bed, guys. Ken's gonna play the pick.
Yeah, see you later, David. Have a great night, man.
As this airlock door unlocks, you see it turn green. You can open it and step inside.
Oh yeah, there. Okay, so it's an airlock, so we can all step inside here, and then we shut the door. Mark, can you move Nexus in for me? Thank you. He's gonna. Case, are you coming in with us?
Also, just so I get this right, Case has got a pulse rifle, Lita's got a pulse rifle, and Nexus has got a pulse rifle?
No, I dropped the pulse rifle, one of the two I was carrying, and gave Fletcher my other pulse rifle.
I have two pulse rifles if one needs one.
I just didn't know.
I was given one at some point, so I have it on my sheet.
I believe Sparks gave hers to you, Case.
That's right. That's right.
I just wanted to know if I was the only one in this elevator
I told
without
Nexus
one.
to give his extra one to Fletcher if he didn't have anyone else.
Fletcher does not have a pulse rifle as far as I know.
Okay, then we have 3 with. Yeah, I'll take your extra one, I guess. I'll take Nexus's extra pulse rifle. Rivet, you just have your charm. Alright, let's close this door here and open the other door. Oops.
The door closes and you hear it cycle. You start to be decontaminated. The other door is not opening.
Is there any kind of error message on it anywhere?
It's just not opening. It's not recognizing anything. Nexus, you believe that you're probably going to have to hack again.
You son of a bitch.
We probably needed Dr. Gorman's biotag. Alright, Nexus. Nexus.
Didn't know we'd need so many hacks to get in here.
Nexus is gonna hack. You watch.
Alright, Ken.
He's not back up here yet, so he's still feeding the dog, so I guess I have to. God, why does it make me nervous? If I had a 72 and the button.
I wouldn't be nervous, Ken. You can do it.
This is not an advantage, right, Mark?
Yep, this is a normal.
Okay.
Even better.
Even better. At 12 under 72.
This is what David's character is supposed to do.
This is exactly what David's character is made to do.
I officially quit this campaign.
He smashes the two antimatter bombs together.
Alright, the door opens. Nexus has successfully hacked twice in a row. What do we see?
You see a security
big computer.
desk. A very long hallway, and what seem to be splits to the north and south. Main power is out again inside here, but systems seem to be running on the computers again. That strange blue glow that seems to power everything on here.
So I'll just remind everybody in this group, this is supposed to be cybernetic area.
Okay.
Rivet, you walk to the door, you see a sign there that says cyber surgery and sleep treatment.
Let's see what's behind door number 1.
Well, do we want... I want Nexus to sit at the computer here and just see if they can find out any information.
Well, this door's locked.
The door is locked.
Is it more biometric locks?
It is. You kind of get the idea here that everything is under security. Everything is under lockdown. People who aren't supposed to be in the areas they're not supposed to be at don't go into their areas.
Is there a way...
You guys just haven't found that sort of super user passcode or anything yet. Just with kind of the lack of exploring the other areas.
That's what Gorman was supposed to be, but we're not in that area.
If Nexus sits down at this computer terminal, can he try to override the security measures in this wing?
Possible.
Alright, he's gonna jack into it like Matrix. I think. Be a good idea.
Starting to think it'd be faster if we just went around to the hangar area.
Case further down the hallway, you see something glowing blue.
Crew, I think maybe we should move towards this light, as instructed.
Oh, yeah, if we find blue, we have to go towards the blue. You're a good hacker, Nexus.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're moving down toward...
Case, you begin to approach what seems to be some sort of pulsing energy circle in the ground. Light seems to wave around it. As your flashlight bounces off in certain areas, you almost seem to see what seems to be a shimmer that runs from floor to ceiling. The closer you get, the electrical instruments on your suit sort of begin to move away.
What's happening to his suit as he gets closer?
It begins to sputter. His electronic equipment begins to sort of like static out. His HUD begins to sort of like shake, almost like it's being interfered with. Nexus, the closer you get to this, you kind of get the feeling of nauseousness.
Saber, if you can hear me, is this how we activate the protocol?
Fortis.
The Fortis protocol?
You sort of hear a...
So first of all, I think we're on the wrong. I don't think we're in R&D yet. This is just like the research labs, or I don't think we're in R&D yet.
What you're looking at is what most fantasy authors call a transport portal. There are no mechanical lifts delivered to the labs.
Your mod is on if that was purposeful.
Stepping through that portal will take you to the R&D sublevel.
Oh man, I'm going. I run towards it.
If you catch Lux's Helita, hits the portal, freezes, and disappears.
Your mod is on.
Lita. Oh boy. Where are we?
I just think that's the coolest thing ever, being teleported, so Lita has to try it.
Wait, just a second. Teleported! Haha!
Haha! Really, it means that my body was integrated. My original body no longer exists. And I'm using a printer. A biological printer.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna move Lita's token on here first. This is actually brilliant. So why can't I find Lita? She is.
Please don't pull a Lugozo. I like how Chris's name is turned into a natural bird. It's a thing now.
He is the god of chaos.
It's no longer like Leroy Jenkins. We just call it.
Lita, you feel as if your body has been torn apart and knit back together in a split second. You buckle over with pain. I need a body save at disadvantage.
Alright. Body save at disadvantage. Probably not going to pass this guy. I don't have... But we'll see. Ooh, yeah, 81.
Hurling nausea takes over. We're going to take the 33. You begin to violently vomit inside your suit. The stench, the puke sort of filling up your helmet a bit as you begin to kind of fight for air, as you start to loosen the suit up to let it run down. The inside of your helmet is completely covered in vomit. You can't see out. You sort of stumble around into things and fall to the ground. Give me a panic check.
I moved a little off to the side there as I stumbled and fell to the ground. A panic check is that D20, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, you got it.
You just need more than your stress. Oh, and then you need to add a stress.
Okay, yeah, I was just going to ask that because I was at stress 5. So I'll be at stress 6 now. And I will give you your D20. Okay, I
do save the panic, but you begin to kind of choke on your own vomit right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. There's atmosphere here, right? We can breathe here. You're not wearing a suit.
I'm wearing a suit.
Yeah, you can breathe. You can breathe in the upper levels. You haven't been down here yet.
I think we originally described it as like low oxygen.
I have to remove the helmet and try to clean it.
Okay.
Rivet's gonna try and contact Sparks on the radio. Like, did you die?
Yeah, can you come through?
That's what you hear.
You guys are getting nothing.
Saber, did she die?
You rip your helmet off, and you sort of fall to your hands and knees and you continue to vomit. This is violent. Like, there's something going on with your anatomy right now that you've never experienced before in your life. It's that sort of super drunk puke, where all that's left is like the little bits of bile that are coming out, and you feel like your eyes are going to pop out of your head. And you're just and then sucking in air, and then and you're shaking.
Cold sweat.
You're going to take 3 points of damage just from tearing the muscles in your neck from the heating.
And
whatever that was did an absolute fucking number. You're not quite sure what it changed about you either.
At least you don't have giraffe neck.
Did it put you back together properly?
Yeah, I'm beginning to have my doubt. But you know what? I have a wrench. I'll give myself a full diagnostic later.
No penis. No penis.
No penis.
I don't know if I want to go in there.
You don't know what happened. You just saw her disappear. You guys just watched as Lita jumped in, and just in the blink of an eye was just gone. She just wiped from existence.
Yeah, River thinks the disassembly works, but the reassembly is not working.
Lita, it is dark. The only thing you see is the light emanating from this spherical portal. Below it, you see the same sort of outline that you saw smaller up top, except this light isn't glowing blue. It's glowing a pretty ominous red.
I'm gonna, once I've scooped the puke out of my helmet, I'm going to try to grab the little communicator and rivet, Nexus, come in, case. It worked, but it doesn't feel good. Damn it. And I'm assuming that there's no teleportation light on this pad right now.
No, it's red.
So I can't go back.
As you begin to sort of talk into the microphone, into the, like, hey, it worked, I'm here. I mean, you kind of hear your voice kind of echoing off, and then sort of returning echoes bouncing off the walls. This sort of strange echolocation sound.
At least you have your pulse rifle.
I have a pulse rifle, but my flashlight is working. I don't know if it's supposed to not be working, but it's not shining light.
Oop, try now.
There it goes. Thank you. It's on now. So I will just start. Hold it. I'm gonna militarily hold the flashlight and the gun at the same time. I see a body there.
You do see a body. And it is strange looking.
Guys, come in! Please! Come save me! I'm gonna timidly walk forward and... Is this like a moving conveyor belt?
It is, and you see like a giant robotic arm that you imagine would be the thing that would pick up whatever storage crate or supply crate specifically delivered to that section of the lab. Would load it onto that, and it would push it into the sphere, and then it would probably teleport up the level.
Alright, well I'm gonna go around...
security that was not foreseen. Again, more technology in this place that is just not heard of yet.
Yep, I'm gonna go around the teleport, trying to the moving belt, and I'm gonna go. Much to my, I don't really want.
You look at
Nobody's
this body.
answering me.
Nope, you don't get anything back but static. Just interference. You walk up to this body and you see it sort of spread-eagled lying on its back. You don't know if it's frozen or if it's encompassed in some sort of crystal. It shines and reflects the light back at you, and you sort of shine through the first layer of it, looking underneath, seeing this sort of pallid, translucent flesh. Underneath that hard crystal ice-like coating all over the outside of the body, as the noise begins to come again, bouncing off of the walls. And with that, we're going to switch over to Fletcher.
Oh, thank you. Jesus Christ. My heart is pounding pretty fast at the moment. Okay, yeah, I could use a break. Thanks, Mark.
The moving habitat.
Cut to Fletcher and Gorman and elevator music.
It's time for our buddy cop film.
Ooh. Come on, jump in the teleporter. Not you.
Yeah.
Ping. Living habitat.
That means I'm too nervous.
Fletcher, you look south. You see what looks to be a large cafeteria room. You look to the north. It's a hallway leading to a four-way intersection. You look to the right. It is a very long hallway. To the left, a very long hallway. Captain, what is your purpose in the living quarters?
Yeah, I push Gorman forward and I say, "All right, Captain, which way?"
And most likely if they are alive, they would be locked in their rooms.
You don't need to tell me, just do it. Now push him forward.
Oh, Bubba. You gotta go outside. Hey, come on. Come on, let's go potty. Fletcher, you look on the ground and you see sort of illuminated in blue is kind of like a safety light, showing hallway C. Going up through, you see the rooms are all labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on going up the room.
So how are you sure these survivors are still alive? How do you know where they are?
I don't know where they are, but last I left them, or saw them, was here. And if they were to survive, they would be in one of these rooms.
Let's hope for both our sakes there's somebody here to save.
I hope so too. Go check the next room up.
As we're searching these rooms, could Fletcher get a feel for Gorman?
Yeah, give me a psychology check.
I'm like, is he actually looking for survivors, or is he looking for like his ticket out of here?
Yeah, give me a psychology check as you try to read into his.
I'm also waiting for him to backstab me. Intellect?
Yep. You've dealt with guys like this before? Seems kind of shady. You know he's not giving you the whole truth, but he really hasn't done anything yet to kind of initiate like a backstabbing moment. You can tell that he really just wants to get off this fucking this station.
He's honest, but I'm still ready for the backstab. Where'd he go? Okay.
A lot of these rooms seem to be disheveled, things grabbed in a hurry. So far, the only signs of any sort of survivors was in room C2, as you saw the the mostly eaten bodies, only the blood stains and the bones left on the floor. Further up, you do see a room. The top of it, shining red, saying that it's locked.
Any luck?
Not yet.
It's not looking too good with these bodies in these rooms.
Nope. Head up to the next set. I'll search these.
Gorman. From behind you, you begin to hear a
I don't yell, but I like a loud whisper. Hide.
getting louder and louder. And you hear this sort of Do you peek out of the door?
Nope.
Through the closed door, it sounds more muffled, but you can hear it moving away.
Did I get Fletcher's name?
Not unless he introduced himself to you.
I don't think we've been introduced yet.
I think we need to get out of here.
Well, you'll hear no complaining from me.
Okay, let's go.
Can we pinpoint which direction that thing is coming from?
You can hear it coming from this direction, being funneled towards you. So it's to the south of you.
Fletcher will move north. No, it's a dead end, isn't it?
You see there's a door there.
This door at the end of the hall, does it look different?
Looks to be kind of like just a regular door like the other ones.
Oh. Nothing lost, nothing gained.
It's a closet. You see cleaning supplies, mops, things like that inside.
Of course.
It is far away, but you can still hear it. It just seems to be echoing from the hallway itself.
Okay.
Satisfied?
Yeah.
Gorman, as you turn to leave, give me an instinct check. as you sort of turn to answer him and you begin to move past the door. You almost catch yourself on the door frame, and then you stop and turn, and you sort of take a breath. You're starting to shake a little bit. You don't know what this is. The sound now begins to get louder again, but it's further down the hallway.
Okay, let's make our way back to the elevator.
Agreed.
Fletcher, you hear the sound further down the hallway behind you. Do you look back?
I think I should make a check for that.
No curiosity at all?
Well, I'm gonna make a fear check to see if he's got the
Hey, Gorman, get back there. Sneaking off like that.
I think Fletcher keeps his cool and
Okay.
is not scared enough to look back to see what's coming.
And you just hear the noise growing. You guys get into the elevator. I don't think the light's long enough to go down. Control. Let's see. Yeah, not really. You do see what seems to be a faint blue light growing down one of the furthest corridors. Almost begin to be eclipsed by a shadow of something extremely big. What?
Got
Where are
any
you guys
others?
going?
Got any other stops on your list?
The reactor. And I press the button to the reactor.
Oh, awesome. Okay, I need to move.
As we are descending, Fletcher will try and contact the party, the crew, and say, living quarters is a no-go. What's your status?
I told him and that everyone he thought he was
Lita went through a teleporter. We are going to look for a way around that doesn't involve us being sent to God knows where.
Fletcher, you get this in return.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I don't think our comms work between floors.
No, not the short-range comms.
Shit.
Then Fletcher will push for the R&D. He will push the
We
button
don't
for
have
the R&D.
time.
And to be fair, Gorman said he pushed the reactor as soon as you guys got in.
Yeah, but the R&D is before the reactor, so it'll stop there first, right?
Nope. This is fun.
That's fine. I know the elevator is going to R&D next.
Okay. Alright. I moved you guys down to R&D map. Elevator lands. Elevator opens. Bing.
Nope, I gotta find it.
Very industrial. Ominously, you look ahead and there seems to be steam venting from the hallway further away from you. And with that, we are going to jump to Team C, the R&D labs.
Riveter, you sure you know of another way down?
Yep, I think those elevators in the hangars. I think the elevators in the hangar are supposed to like go to the. No, I don't know of another way. I don't know my way around this place. This is my first time being here.
Fuck.
Nexus. This is kind of the basic map of R&D. It's as basic as you get. Sort of cutting through the feedback and the red tape. Looking at the map, you do see the wings. You do see them separated by the core sec security areas. Each wing seems to have 4 rooms, which you do see. The fun thing about this is you see the wings that should be 2 and 3, or 2 and 4. There's no actually wings there, it just says portcullis. Which you've heard the word portcullis before. Very rudimentary things used in old Earth castles, which is a strange term to have on a spaceship or a space station.
What do you want to do, Case? I don't know if that thing shredded sparks.
That's fair, we don't know this technology. I just worry that wherever she ended up,
Oh god, I'm just imagining the poop ball. She turned into a poop ball.
At the same time, I don't know if I trust Nexus to really keep an eye on you.
I'm not a poop ball.
Well, we got to do something because we probably have about an hour left before these bombs explode.
That's true.
Let's turn around and get those bombs safe so at least we have time.
Yeah, let's deal with the bombs first, and then find Lita.
Alright. Double time.
Sorry, Lita.
That's alright.
I truly am like, I know Rivet's alive and Nexus is still high. I don't think I should chase after you right now.
How are you enjoying being in command, Case?
Case is used to it. It's just more of the uncertainty of this place. War zones are one thing. Scary tunnels and a abandoned spaceship with monsters chasing after us is a different thing.
Okay, you guys make it through. With the hacked airlock, it opens. You guys kind of do your own sort of go back through, it decontaminates you again, and you get back into the reading area and the loading area and the locker rooms. And you can make your way back out towards the atrium.
Oops, wrong way. Sorry. This. Nope. Shit, which one is it? I gotta open this door. Fuck. I'm already lost.
There's one airlock and then there's kind of a changing room airlock. This place really likes its airlocks. I'm wondering how it got so infected.
Nexus, what do we need to do to disarm the bombs?
We just need to put them back in the freezing chamber.
Alright. Do you have its location?
I'm sure I can recall its location. I might need some help.
It's the first hallway to the right of the elevator, first door on the right.
First hallway to the right of the elevator, first door on the right.
You guys get to the elevator, you try to call the elevator, And you guys kind of hear a...
Gene tag not recognized.
Oh, motherfucker, we're trapped here.
Pressing in gene tag not recognized. Unauthorized access.
Nexus.
You want to work your magic on the elevator?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time getting my screen to respond.
When I was using the thing, it was just choppy. It's like your computer doesn't have enough RAM to run 20. I would probably close your character sheet.
Well, then how do I roll the...
You have it popped out. Just don't pop it out. Like open it within Roll20. I don't know if that'll help, but like it was doing that to me too when I was trying to move your token.
It needs to be rebooted.
Yeah.
All right, did you want that hacking check?
Did we lose you guys?
Hack it. Hack it.
Yeah, Ken, roll that hacking check.
I'm gonna roll it.
David's gonna roll it. David's gonna roll it.
It's gonna be a 99.
God, I hope.
Let's do it. Here it goes.
Jesus.
Without fail.
Unbelievable.
You believe me now, right?
It's the right word. It's like, this should not happen.
You believe me now. I'm not lying about my RNG.
David, can you roll one more time just for posterity's sake?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah, pretty much.
That one doesn't count.
I know it doesn't, but man, that was so.
I
roll 20. Good comedic timing.
Which elder god did you piss off?
I don't even think it was him. I think he's suffering from his ancestors' sins.
It's my ancestors' sins.
Yep.
I came from a line of bad people.
Is it your no good, dirty, rotting, pig stealing great great grandfather?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
There's on my dad's side, it goes back to Germany, if you can imagine, and my mom's side goes to Robert E. Lee.
Jesus.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah, that is a lot of sins to make up for.
Unauthorized hack. Unauthorized hack. Security measures deployed.
And you watch as both sides drones begin to deploy.
Do we pass? Do Fletcher and Gorman pass that floor right as that happens?
Not yet. Not yet.
Well, suddenly I'm happy to be down here with this frozen body. That's not.
Are you sure about that?
Not really, but given that they've got drones coming at them.
Are we rolling an it? Is that why this is up?
Yep. I need you guys to give me speed checks.
Do you want?
And I assume this is just that group, right?
Yep. I'm actually going to delete Gorman, Lita.
Yep. I don't need to be in there. I'm sure I'm going to be rolling my own initiative against all the monsters that are down here. I get to join you, Chris.
Have fun.
Thanks. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna be playing the role of Saber in the next session. I would absolutely well play the shit out of that AI.
Oh, Nexus. That was actually a pretty good disadvantage roll. Alright. Did I get a case speed check?
No, let me do that. Da-da-da-da.
These little fuckers
failed.
are fast.
Why is it that that Harbinger thing can just melt and cut through walls, and yet none of the security responds to it?
It's weird, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna start cutting through walls, if that's the way to go.
You can. You totally can.
But
you also...
shouldn't have staggered in badly at all.
Yeah.
It's also funny how it's very saber-shaped.
Does an A really have a shape?
Ascending. Alright, the security drones are going to fly in, and you watch as they both fly in each direction, and they begin to spread out. Very Novacore-like, I guess, as they're sort of like trying to cast out a net, trying to surround you. That was their full turn to get to that Nexus.
Well, I mean, I have one of these pulse rifles, so I will shoot, but I'm not trained anything, so just tell me what you want me to roll, and if it's disadvantage.
Just give me a combat check.
Okay. Where's combat?
It's on the bottom left, to go up to the top of your character sheet. It's your 4th stat. All the way at the top.
Oh.
It's strength, speed, yeah, intellect, combat. Look at you. You're good at combat, you're bad at hacking. And your hacking is 72 and your combat is 35.
Which one would you like to shoot?
Yeah, just whatever's the closest.
They're all equidistant, so I'll just say you shoot the one closest to the 3 here, and you just delete him off the map.
Yeah.
Rivet.
That's a pulse rifle headshot right there.
I mean, my first thought is I'm just gonna raise my hands and surrender and see what they do.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, you just raise your hands?
Yeah, like, I surrender, take me to the security room or something. I'll wait for the security officer to come get me.
Okay. Case.
I'm gonna shoot.
Okay.
I'm gonna take out this one down here. Hopefully. Yeah. The 5 was pretty good.
It's like shooting skeet.
He's gonna be sick. That's what I shall do. I will stand in between them and Ribbon.
Okay. Reroll speed.
Fuck. I am gonna change my speed as failed, regardless.
Nexus?
I'm gonna shoot again.
Give me another speed check.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We'll just keep the 71 on there. Rivet.
Can I prepare my action to jump behind one of these, like run and jump behind one of these desks for cover if the drones attack?
Okay, you're still holding your hands up?
Yep, I'm surrendering, but if they're gonna shoot me anyway, I'm gonna try and just run for cover.
Okay. This drone here is going to take a pot shot at Nexus. Oh, where did I put the sheet? There it is.
Oh, we're going past them.
That is a miss. The next one is gonna move in, shoot at Nexus. That is a miss. The next one down is gonna move in, shoot at Nexus.
As if they are alive. It's not my fault.
That is a miss. Everything's missing for me tonight. These three are just going to move in. I'm just going to do 3 shots towards Case. That is a hit. Case, you get hit with what seems to be a stun round. Your suit begins to shut down. You don't take any damage. But now you're having a hard time moving in that sort of power suit.
Gotcha.
Alright, so that was one shot. The next shot is going to shoot you, but this time you watch as instead of an electrical dart, it begins to sort of bubble up foam from a different nozzle. That is a hit. You start to be encased in what seems to be riot foam.
I didn't.
That's awesome.
And the next target, seeing you now being encased in riot foam, is going to fly over towards Nexus. Shoot at Nexus. Nexus, your vac suit begins to shut down. Oxygen stops. Anything electrical in that suit is turned off by the sort of electrical dart that hit you. You're considered sort of stunned. Rivet, you notice that they did not go after you.
It's nice to know.
Nexus.
I'll shoot.
Make this at disadvantage. You're having a hard time moving in the suit.
Okay.
Very close. You nearly skim the top off one. Case. I need you. I need you to give me a strength check disadvantage. For you, it would be a strength check at normal to try to break through this riot foam.
Fuck, it's a crit fail.
Ooh, it's a crit fail. Your suit completely shuts down.
Yay.
The drone was successful.
Fuck.
Both of you notice that Rivet has her hands up, not engaging in any combat, and she is not being attacked. Give me another speed check, everybody.
Succeeded.
Okay, so we have 2 successes. Okay, so let's go with Rivet.
I mean, this is working so far.
Case.
Is there anything I can do?
I'll say any sort of strength check you try to make now is going to be a disadvantage just because of what happened to your suit. You can try to continue to break free, or you can come peacefully.
Am I able to at least lift my gun enough to shoot these drones still?
Not encased in the riot foam.
Okay, I'm gonna try to break out again.
The save was to try to break out. So you're gonna have to do this at disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, I will try that. There we go. I can just click it. Should be the same. No, 68.
Okay, so that's a failure. It's really hard to break out of there. You can tell that these aren't. You're getting the idea that these aren't designed to hurt or kill or maim. They're definitely designed to incapacitate. Nexus. Oh wait, no.
That was
Nexus. Nexus, you're gonna get some riot splooge on you.
I'll take the splooge.
Where did the sheet go? That's what I like to know. Alright. That is a hit. You are now being covered in riot foam. We're just going to say that the other ones move in and begin to spray you down as well, as they sort of now begin to collectively spray the two and cover you in that sort of Demolition Man impact foam that filled the car when it crashed. You are now being fully encased as it begins to cover your helmets. You two are completely incapacitated. With the fact that Rivet is not fighting back, we're just going to end initiative. Rivet, one of them flies towards you and says, "Hands behind your back, please."
Okay, I'll put my hands behind my back.
You feel one of the drones fly up behind you and interlock your wrists, acting as handcuffs. And then they begin to sort of hover and whir, but nothing is happening. It is at this time that the two in the elevator shoot down. You guys get a brief glimpse of two foam-covered statues and Rivet with something glowing behind her back as you guys descend down towards the reactor level. And we are now going to cut back to our beautiful Lita.
You just see the silent image of Fletcher Judd going, just like, what the fuck?
This turned into a comedy really quick. Shit. Well, and I gotta find Lita. Boba? Yes, hello. I see you.
I am right in front of a body that looks like it's either turned to ice or
Lita. You look at it again. Would you like to poke and prod at the body, see what's going on with the body? Or you're going to try to see if you can navigate your way out of here.
I am gonna poke at the body with the tip of my pulse rifle to see if it moves, if it's alive in any way.
Like it clanks. It's hard. It's almost like it crystallized. As that sort of noise begins to echo back up. That sort of like cracking voice, and you start to hear something else.
Oh, that's before I was going to step over the body.
You start to hear something else as your attention gets drawn away from the body very quickly, and it sounds like shuffling, but very quick. Something's moving at a pretty fast pace. Give me an intellect check.
Alright.
Being good at finding different mishaps in mechanical gear and electronics has given you this sort of sixth sense when it comes to direction. This noise isn't coming from the floor level, it's coming from the ceiling.
I flip my flashlight.
You flip your flashlight and you see, in the distance, on the roof, hanging upside down. Looking at you now as you flash your light directly at it, Lita. Do you want me to show everybody or just show you?
You could show everybody. I think this shock would be fun.
Oh my god, did I not make this one too? What is going on with my stuff? I swear
Besides,
roll
if you-
20 is. I swear roll 20 is deleting some of my handouts.
This is. You guys can all have a visual of 8 Lita after. Actually, you guys will probably dissolved in the fucking teleport.
I think Fletcher and Gorman are about to start the reactor and leave.
Buddy cop.
Just
Now,
the two of us.
No, the worst part is if the security drones take the three of us into the security drone, we can't put the dark matter stuff back.
Oh shit! That's hilarious.
I'm getting out of here, man. Yeah, this all kind of went to hell a little bit.
What are you talking about? Were plans executed flawlessly. Didn't you see we took a whole 5 minutes to look for people?
Yeah, I think Gorman's plan of survivors. That was.
We checked 4 of like the 30 rooms and goes, nope, we're done.
Lita hanging on the ceiling, looking down at you with your flashlight, is the largest spider you have ever seen.
Oh Jesus!
And now that you've alerted it to exactly where you are, you see it sort of release, land back behind some crates, and that's where we're going to leave off.
Oh god!